Afternoon campers, welcome back to the channel. Right, this intro is going to be a little bit longer than normal because I need to explain what's happened and why I might be about to lose my licence. So, where are we at? Right, well, I've got the sun right in my face. I've not thought this through, have I? It's been a long time since I last made a video, the last time I flew. In fact, to give you some idea, today is April the 7th of April 2025, and I looked in my logbook yesterday, and the last time I flew this microlight was the 25th of June 2024, so a bit of a gap. I've done the maths just to help you out. It's almost 10 months since I last flew. There's all sorts of reasons why I've not flown for so long. I'll go into that a bit later on, but for now I've got two issues that are quite serious issues. The first of those is my licence. Now, when I went through the paperwork the other day, I saw that my licence is due for revalidation at the end of June this year, so not that far away. For those people that don't know, my licence is a UK issued NPPL licence. They are valid for 2 years. At the end of that 2 years, you have to have it revalidated, and in order to get it revalidated, there are certain criteria that you must reach. First one of those is you must have flown a minimum of 12 takeoffs and landings and a minimum of 12 hours in the previous 2 years before your licence revalidation date. That in itself is not an issue. I've done that. However, the second part of the criteria is that you must have flown 6 hours in the previous 12 months. In the last 12 months, I've not flown at all. So the bottom line is I've got to fly 6 hours in the next 10 weeks. On the face of it, you might think, well, that's not a problem. 6 hours in 10 weeks, that's easy. The issue is if you start breaking it down, I work full time, and when I work 12-hour shifts, so flying either side of those shifts is just not an option. So of those 10 weeks that I've got left, 5 of those are gone, I'm working. I also work quite a lot of my days off, so that 5 weeks is probably closer to 6 weeks. So I'm left with 4 weeks. Of those 4 weeks, I'm going away on holiday for a week, so I'm down to 3 weeks, and you can quickly see how that available time is just diminishing. I only need to have a problem with the aircraft that grounds me, or a run of crappy weather on my days off, which is a common occurrence, and all of a sudden that 6 hours could become an issue. The bottom line, if I don't do those 6 hours, I lose my licence, or it becomes invalid. And in order to revalidate it, I would have to do my GST or fly my general skills test again. I really don't fancy the idea of that. In fact, I'll put the question out to people watching the channel. If you're a pilot, if you had to retake your GST or your check ride or whatever it is that you call it in your part of the world, if you think you'd pass it, be honest, leave me a comment and let me know, because if I'm honest, I would have to say I don't think I'd pass my GST if I had to resit it. I want to avoid that, so I need to do 6 hours in the next 10 weeks or however long I've got available. That's issue number one. Issue number two, and more the topic of today's video, is I'm very, very rusty. I don't mind saying I am very apprehensive about going flying today. I've already had the conditions described to me by one of the flying instructors as sporty, which isn't a good start. There's also a direct crosswind again, which isn't ideal, but I need to get flying again. I just need to get back up in the air and get my confidence back. I'm bricking it, if I'm honest. And I know that I'm bricking it because I'm waffling, and this intro is already way too long, so it's time to stop waffling, put my big boy pants on, go flying and see if I can remember how to fly this. Moment of truth, can't put it off any longer. It's been 9 months. I'm hoping it's like riding a bike. Let's see how we get on. See if it'll start first thing. I did have the engine in bits yesterday, so hopefully it should turn over. So pre-start checks, stamp. I went through all of these mnemonics on the ride up here. I must have sounded like a right idiot. Stamp, chiff, whap, going through all of that, see if I can remember what it all meant. Stamp security. Now it's on, harness is on, throttle is set. Area, I'm in a safe place to start. Master switch on, and clear prop. Will it start on the electric, I wonder? Will it buggery? Clear prop. Oh, what's the fucking password for the Sky Echo? Can't remember it. Nervous. Pre-flight checks, chiff whap controls. Ah. Full and free. Helmet's fastened, harness is fastened. Instruments. Sky Echo's working, that's working. Moto monitor is working for now. Let's see how long that lasts. Fuel, got 10 litres on board. That is enough for almost 2 hours. I'm only going to be up for an hour, so I've got plenty of fuel. Trim, I haven't got one. Temperatures, I'm at 97 degrees on the cylinder head. That's enough for full power. Wind and weather, it's calmed down a lot. I've got a bit of a crosswind from the left. Visibility looks superb. It looks like it's going to be a nice evening for flying, if I can remember how to. Awareness, nothing in the circuit, nothing else on the airfield. I have got the place to myself. And P for full power checks. Dollymore traffic, Golf, Charlie Mike Papa X-ray is entering runway 19, Dollymore. Alright, Dollymore traffic, Golf, Charlie Mike Papa X-ray, taking off 19 grass at Dollymore. Let's go. Well, I'm up. I'm not happy that I'm getting full power though. Foot to the floor, I'm getting 7,300 RPM. Should be about 8,000. So I think I might land and investigate that, see what's going on. I think I know why. Let's land. I'll have a tinker. And I'll tell you why I don't think I'm getting full power. Dollymore traffic, Golf Charlie Mike Papa X-ray, downwind 419 Dollymore. Well, that was not what was planned. So I think I made the best decision here. I was right over the airfield with something going on with the engine. I would much rather be on the ground to get out and have a look, see what was going on. So that's what I did. My mate Ian came over and helped me out as well. We had a good look, we scratched our heads, and between us we found the problem and we managed to fix it. I'll tell you what the problem was when I get back up in the air. Just going to get away from the hangar and give it a full power check. It's just so I don't annoy anyone with the noise. God, brakes are good. $8,000 RPM, we're in business. Well, the problem was, yesterday I was doing some servicing and I took the carburettor off. When I put the carburettor back on, I hadn't adjusted the throttle cable properly, so when you were giving it full throttle, butterfly wasn't opening all the way, so it just needed a bit of a tweak and we're back in business. Right, let's try again. I now have at least got the apprehension of the first landing out of the way. It wasn't too bad.
A few moments later.
Right, so I'm up in the air. That's the first stage out of the way. What I'm going to do is, although I've just done one circuit, that was unintentional, that wasn't my plan. The plan was get myself out of the circuit and go and practice some skills and drills. So I'm flying over to a bit of a practice area that we've got at Dollymore. Whilst I'm on my way, I'll explain why I've ended up in the situation that I'm in, where I've not flown in nearly 10 months. And I'll try and keep it brief. Basically, July last year, Mrs. B's car went bang. Cam chain, expensive. So I thought I'd have a go at fixing it myself. So I had to drive to Dollymore to the airfield because that's where my tools were. I live about 40 miles away from the airfield. On the way back, driving back home, my car went bang. Intercooler pipe, something or other, exploded, went bang. So to cut a very long story short, I was without a car or without any transport for a period of about 6 weeks. For various reasons I won't go into, I won't bore you with. I mean, I have got my motorbike, thankfully, so I can get to work. but I couldn't get to the airfield with all my flying kit. So that was July and half of August gone. End of August, things got really busy at work, and I pretty much ended up working most of my days off, which, don't get me wrong, was financially great, but no flying. Then we got to September, the weather wasn't great, and before we know it, we're in October, and the onset of winter. Now, I don't mind telling you, I don't like winter. I don't just dislike winter, I hate it with a passion. I hate feeling cold, cannot stand it. So maybe Flexwing flying wasn't the best choice of hobbies, but there you go, that's by the by. When I say I don't like winter, it's not just I don't like it, it was to the point where I hate the cold, dreary, grey, damp, dark yuckiness that is the UK winter. So much so to the point where on the days that I did have off, I couldn't even see the point in getting out of bed, let alone doing anything. I didn't want to get up, I didn't want to go anywhere, I didn't want to see anyone, didn't want to do anything. The thought of flying, just not happening. I think I might have a touch of that seasonal affective disorder. I could quite happily hibernate. I think certain animals have got the right idea. Start of October, go to sleep, wake up beginning of April, that'd do me. So anyway, we are now where we are. It's April, the weather has finally turned, but I've not flown for 10 months. So that's how I ended up where I am now. We are now over the practice area. We've got JCB, you might just see it on the wing cam. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through some of the basic manoeuvres that you learn when you do the NPPL syllabus. So flying at different air speeds, climbing, descending, shallow turns, steep turns, climbing turns, descending turns, some stall recovery, and if I'm feeling adventurous, maybe a practice force landing. We'll see how we get on. So I'm going to have a crack at those manoeuvres, and I will chat to you on the way back to see how we've got on. This is what the 9 does exceptionally well. Flies quick. Okay, so that's all my manoeuvres done. A little bit rusty, but I pretty much remembered how to do them. So it's time to head back to the airfield and have a go at landing. Just whilst I am on the way back to the airfield, just thought I'd give you a bit of a channel update, let you know where I'm at. Firstly, I'm very conscious of the fact that I've not posted any content for about 8 or 9 months. I've not been flying, so this is a flying channel, no flying, no content. And I honestly thought that the channel would die a death and it would shrink into absolutely nothing. And it's not done that. So firstly, I just want to say a big thank you to all the people that subscribed a while ago, people that have stuck with me and been patient and not abandoned me. Thank you ever so much. I've had some really nice comments from people basically just checking in, saying hope you're okay, missing your videos, hope you're alright. So those people that have left those sorts of comments, I do appreciate it, thank you ever so much. Not only that though, the channel has still continued to grow. In fact, I've just tipped over 2,000 subscribers, which I'm absolutely gobsmacked at because I've not made any videos for so long. And again, I've had some great comments. I had a comment a couple of days ago from a chap called Mike, who basically is a lapsed PPL, so he had a private pilot's licence that ran out. or lapsed years ago. And at the age of 74, he thought his flying days were over, but he's decided that he's going to give Flexwing flying a go and work towards his NPPL licence. So good luck, Mike. But what was nice is he said that he'd been inspired to do that having watched my YouTube content, which is mind-bending. To think that somebody's watched my little YouTube channel and that has inspired them to go flying. There's no greater inspiration to carry on making videos, so that's why I'm going to carry on making videos. There are going to be some changes though. Firstly, I'm not going to be doing a video every week. I just haven't got the time or the energy to do that. I tried that last year and it was hard work, and it came to the point where it felt like a chore and a job, which this isn't. This is just a bit of fun. So there won't be a video every week. There might be one a fortnight, there might be one a month. And they're also going to be a little bit more relaxed, a little bit less planned. Believe it or not, I used to plan the videos. They're going to be a little bit more of a vloggy style. I'm just going to go flying wherever I go. I'll take you with me. Whatever crap comes out of my mouth comes out of my mouth. If it's good, it's great. If it's not, whatever, I don't care. So I hope you're all right with it being a little bit more relaxed, and we'll just see how we get on. Right, back to the airfield, and let's see if I can't do a better job of landing. Right, I've got to see if I can remember how to do an overhead join. From memory, join not below 1500 feet, descend on the dead side down to a circuit height of 800 feet. And I'm looking for runway 19. There's the airfield, I've got the airfield in sight. I do have to say that having got myself back up into the air, all of that apprehension and uncertainty has just pretty much gone away. This does feel familiar. To a certain extent, the actual mechanics of flying, I think there's stuff that you've submitted to your muscle memory, it does come flooding back, which is a relief. And to a certain extent, it's a bit like riding a bike. Right, let's give you a bit of a shot of Darlingmoor Airfield in all its glory. Oh my word. Sack the cameraman. It's a shame Mr. Fowler's not here anymore. That's a bit of a shame. We did have a giggle, but I wish him all the best in his new venture at Playstones. Right, put in a radio call. Darlingmoor, Traffic Golf, Charlie Mike, Papa X-Ray is dead side descending for 19 Darlingmoor. There's circuit height, 800 feet. Darlingmoor, Traffic Golf, Charlie Mike, Papa X-Ray, downwind for 19 Darlingmoor. Right, downwind checks, ports, fuel, sufficient to go around, awareness, nothing on the airfield, nothing else in the circuit, wind, still a crosswind, nose wheel is straight, throttle is set, temperatures, no idea because my motor monitor is not working, and secure, I am more secure, helmet is fastened, harness is fastened. So, we are good to land. Darlingmoor, Traffic Golf, Charlie Mike, Papa X-Ray is final for 19 Darlingmoor. I'll take that. I don't know if I can qualify for beginner's luck. I think I could do. I've not flown for 9 months. That could be the reason, but either way I'll take that. If you've not flown for ages and you're in the position that I'm in and you're getting back into flying after a bit of a break, then watch this video, it might help. Thank you for joining me. I am relieved. I'll see you on the next one. I've got some flying to do. See you later.